Hey there, I'm Leigh WHANNEL, writer and director of Upgrade, and let's take a first look.
As a quadriplegic, it must be frustrating for you, someone who liked to get things done with their hands.
Here's the thing. 4 guys murdered my wife. If I could find these men, I'd do it.
What if I told you I could offer you something that would enable you to walk again? I call it STEM, a computer chip that has the potential to change everything. It's a new, better brain.
I am STEM, the system operating your body for you.
Can anybody else hear you?
No, only you. May I point something out? In the drone surveillance footage, Sir Brantner, Marine Corps, address 414 Citrus, Newground. We'll need a plan.
I got this.
This doesn't seem like a well-thought-out plan. I need your permission to operate independently.
Permission granted!
Thank you. We are going to finish the job we started.
You didn't know that I'm a ninja.
While I am state-of-the-art, I am not a ninja.
Hey everyone, it's Kiyra Lynn with Hollywood First Look Features, and right now I'm here at the Los Angeles premiere of Upgrade, Leigh WHANNEL's latest movie.
You know, this was a hard film to make because if I go to Jason Blum and I say, I want to make a movie, it's about 2 people and it all takes place in one house, and there's a ghost in it, he's going to be like, when do we shoot, right? But with a movie like this, it was very ambitious, and it took a long time to squeeze the movie into their funding box.
Well, you know, if it took 6 years, in some ways, I guess, some of your Insidiouses were actually made in between.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I've made whole movies since I started writing this. It's amazing. It's just taken a while, and it's been interesting watching the culture catch up to the movie, because when I wrote this movie, a lot of the stuff in it was science fiction, automated cars and smart homes. Now it's just part of everyday life. So I actually don't mind that. I always wanted this movie to feel like it was just around the corner. And so I actually don't mind that the world has caught up to the movie a little bit. It really is funny. I think if we'd waited any longer to make this movie, it would have been set in the present, not the future.
Tell me about casting Logan as your main character. What was it about him that made you think he's the one to play this guy?
I saw him in a movie called The Invitation, which I loved, low-budget thriller. He was so good in it, clearly a great actor, and I just took a chance that he could do the physical stuff in the movie, which was really difficult, and he could. He nailed it. He was able to basically make his body from the neck down do something different than his head was doing. So he's like doing this weird puppet show, and he was so up for it. I know now, knowing him now, I know he loves a challenge. So, but at the time when I hired him, I didn't know.
You know, the standard question because of this movie. I mean, if given the possibility, would you take the upgrade? I mean,
I gotta say, taking the upgrade is pretty tempting to me. I mean, I think that the idea of being able to do more than you can do, you know, the idea of maximizing your physical capability, that's pretty attractive. I mean, I want to say, like, no, I want to be pure, and I want to, but nah, if someone actually offered it to me and I could afford it, I'd probably take it.
what was challenging about this role? Because physically, you have to play several different types, like a paraplegic, and then somebody that can turn around and just kick butt. I mean, what kind of a challenge was that for you physically?
It was an uphill battle the whole way. I mean, I got to say, out of all of it, playing a quadriplegic was the hardest part. Not just out of a sense of duty to those disabled people out there and their experience, but just keeping tone, still. My hands were very cramped after it, and that actually hurt the most, I'd say, in many ways. Yeah, the stillness of it was very tough for me. Again, because it was a lot easier to get it out through the movement, the physical story, but when I had to contain.
Tell me about what it was like working with Leigh.
Oh, it was amazing from top to bottom. One of the most collaborative guys. He walks on set, and a lot of directors know what they want, and they say, here's how I see it. But Lee, who also knew what he walked on set and was always, how do we see it? You know, and I think that's what that is it brought a lot of ships into harbor, and all those ships are A+. So.
Why do you think audiences are going to be excited to see Upgrade?
Well, it's R-rated, so but that's okay because it's really an homage towards the '80s films of past, of science fiction, Verhoeven, you know, Cronenberg, and anybody who was alive back then can get in to an R-rated movie. So I think it's going to hit.